I got my dates, I got my water. It's a rest day. This video is all about the importance of taking a rest day for new runners. Let's get into it. So today is a rest day for me. I don't know if you can tell, but I got some bags under my eyes pretty bad. That is because I didn't take the proper advice to rest days, which is to actually rest, but we'll get into that in a little bit. So the importance of a rest day cannot be overstated here. Pretty much all of the gains that you put in from all your workouts, all the times you wear yourself down, burn your muscles, they don't mean anything. Nothing ever rebuilds any stronger unless you actually take a rest day to build it back up. So if you're not taking a rest day, you're slowly just building yourself down, which is the opposite of probably what you want, which is to become a better runner. So if you want to become a better runner, make sure you're taking a rest day. A day of rest is going to give your muscles time to repair themselves. It's not just about the muscles, it's also about the mind. It's going to give you time to keep you mentally in check. So if you're having a day off, it's going to give your mental batteries a time to recharge so you can go at the next workout with a little more vigor. If you don't take that rest day and you keep going every day over and over and over, if your body doesn't quit on you, your mind might, and you'll start to lose motivation and just quit that way. As you get more comfortable with running, you can stop doing just straight rest days and you can start implementing active recovery. But for now, just because you're a new runner, all you need to do is actually have a day of rest where you do nothing. So now I'm going to talk about everything you should be focused on when you are on a rest day. A lot of people like to think of a rest day as like a free day or a junk day. I would argue that it's actually way more important to focus on nutrition and hydration on these days. This is the day that your body's trying to repair itself, so it needs to make sure it's properly hydrated throughout the day if you can, and you're eating clean, good food. Fight back the urge is telling you to eat all of that nasty food and try to eat clean. Now, obviously 100% of the time you're not gonna be able to stick with a perfect diet, but just keep in the back of your mind that on a day of rest, it's really important to stay hydrated and to try to eat some good food. Try to stay off your feet as much as possible. So if you have a job that involves a lot of walking, obviously there isn't much you can do about it. But what you can do is go out and pick up a pair of shoes that have a really thick max cushion on them. Or if you have a pair like that already, try to wear those shoes. It's just gonna lower the amount of shock on your legs just that little bit more, which will help in the repair process. On top of the shoes, you can also try to keep your legs elevated above your head as much as possible. That means laying on the couch, keeping your feet up. Once again, if you're at work, you might not be able to control that, but when you get home, you can control that. So try to, if you're watching TV, make sure your feet are elevated. Taking a nap. You can definitely take a nap if you want to, but try not to sleep so long that it's going to affect your sleep later on. For me, that usually means sleeping 30 minutes to an hour, and that's pretty well perfect if I want to take a nap, and then I'm still not going to be affected for my sleep later on that night. However, if I sleep any longer than that, sometimes I find it a lot harder to go to sleep, and you definitely don't want to be messing with your sleep at night, because that is actually the most crucial time to make sure you get a lot of sleep, because when you're sleeping, that is when your body's in the repair process and it is working the most efficiently. So you definitely want to make sure you get at least 8 hours sleep that night. Which brings me into the last thing, which is getting a full night's sleep. So 8 hours, I would say, is minimum. Like I already showed you, I got bags under my eyes. That is because last night, even though it was my rest day yesterday, I did not get 8 hours. I only got about 5 hours sleep last night. So I did not follow my own advice. I am definitely paying for it today. I had to do a 12K run today, and I was so tired. I think it definitely affected the run, but not just the run. When I got home, I was just so exhausted. My whole work day just felt like it was dragging on because of this day, and I definitely felt a little more sore because I didn't get the positive benefits of that rest day that I could have. Next time, my next rest day, when it comes up, I'm gonna make sure I get that 8 hours sleep. For the new runners, you're going to want to be taking a full day off for a rest day after every run. Just try to implement some of these strategies or all of them. You're not always going to be perfect. There's going to be days that you screw up and you don't get everything that you're supposed to be doing. Just like me, I didn't get my sleep in last night. But just know that these are the things that you should be trying to go for, and then you can go after them. So thank you very much for watching. I hope these tips help you out on your next rest day. If you want to watch this first 5K playlist from the very beginning, check it out here. I'll put a link down below so you can click on that and you can start watching every video that I've made so far about running your first 5K, anything that I can think of, and I'm going to keep making this video series going for as long as I keep having ideas. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you like this type of stuff, and keep going after those goals.